First, the USDA's Justice for All non-discriminatory statement, which simply states that all persons must be treated equally without regard to their race, color, national origin, sex, religious creed, disability, age, political beliefs, or reprisal or retaliation for prior civil rights activity, and that our institution provides an inclusive space for all. For more information on the And Justice for All statement, please visit the USDA's website.
Hi everyone, my name is Brian from FCHS, Rutgers Cooperative Extension of Gloucester County, here with a lesson today on decoding food labels. This comes from the Food Smarts curriculum, which was given to us by Leah's Pantry. Alright, so just to start out with a little icebreaker, I want everyone to think about, have you ever seen a strange item on an ingredient list? So with ingredient lists, we're talking about processed foods, and ingredient lists are usually below the nutrition facts, and they list everything that's in the food, and they're listed from high to low, meaning that the first ingredient is what most of the product is made of, and then it goes lower from there. So if you've ever seen an ingredient list, chances are you've seen something that maybe you didn't really know what it was or you're unsure of. So hoping to clear some of that up today. So as far as ingredient lists, we're going to go through some different ingredients that you may have seen before, maybe some you haven't, and just hoping to clear up what some of the words actually mean. So our first one is food dyes. So food dyes, these can be natural or artificial. Certain ones that you may have seen before are blue number 1, blue number 2, red number 40. So some of these, they do come from natural sources, some are just artificial. So it depends what the food dye is. Hydrogenated, these are fats or oils that are used to make things last longer, a lot of times in baked goods. However, these usually have trans fats in them, which are harmful and can put you at risk for heart disease, stroke, and even diabetes. Fructose is a natural sugar that is found in fruits and even some vegetables. High fructose corn syrup is a sweetener. It is made by concentrating the fructose that's in corn, and this one is cheaper and actually is a bit sweeter than regular sugar. So a lot of times you'll see this in sodas. All right, so sucrose is just another word for regular white table sugar. Monosodium glutamate, or MSG, it's a flavor enhancer, so basically used to stretch out the meaty flavors in cheaper processed foods that don't really have too much natural taste. All right, we have a group here: aspartame, saccharin, acesulfame, and sucralose. These ones are all artificial sweeteners, so they're not going to have any calories, but they are a little controversial because there's a chance that they do increase your appetite for sweeter foods. We have stevia, which is a low-calorie sweetener, and this one is made from the stevia plant. Natural flavors, these don't add any nutrients to the food, but they do come from a natural source. Some of these, they come from even like tree bark or bugs or different things like that. And our last one is citric acid. So you've probably seen this before. This one comes from citrus fruits, and it's used to give foods kind of a sour flavor, and it's also used as a natural preservative. So I just wanted to go over some common ones that you may have seen before, but we're going to do a quick guessing game. So I have an ingredient list up here. So again, ingredients are listed from high to low. So our first ingredient here, we have whole grain oats, then we have sugar, oat bran, cornstarch, and so on. So take a second, think about what food this could be. All right, so our answer is a cereal. So we have a whole grain cereal as our answer here. So the first few ingredients tells you a lot about the product. Let's do another. So this one, the first few ingredients, we have carbonated water, we have sugar, orange juice from concentrate, citrus fruit from concentrate, and so on. So take a second, think about what this could be. All right, so this one we have an orange soda, which makes sense. First ingredient is water and then sugar, right? So that's basically what comprises a soda. So next up we have cornmeal, vegetable oil, and flamin' hot seasoning as our top 3 ingredients. So this one is going to be a corn chip, so a bag of corn chips. And our final one, we have corn syrup, sugar, and palm oil as our top 3 ingredients. And then at the end, you can actually see some of those food dyes I mentioned. So this one, we have some taffy or some sort of candy, right? Which makes sense because top couple ingredients are different sugars. Okay, so I just want to finish up with some terms that you might see on food labels. So these aren't actually in the ingredient list, but they might be on the package somewhere. And just want to go over each one and make sure everybody understands what it means. So the first one is organic. So if you see the word organic on food labels, that just means the food is made or grown without most chemicals, human waste, or GMOs. And then if you see organic meats, this just means it's come from animals that have not been given any antibiotics or growth hormones. Enriched foods means that the foods have been processed and they lost some of their nutrients along the way. So then the nutrients were put back in the food after the food was processed. Free-range foods, these are animals that have been given access to the outdoors. RBST free, this means that the dairy that comes from cows have not been given that specific RBST growth hormone. Sugar-free means the food contains less than half a gram of sugar per serving. And vegan means it's free of all animal products. So those are a few terms you might see on food labels, food packages. So hopefully that clears things up for everybody. All right, thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see everybody at the next lesson.